as a kid, I did a lot of dumb things that I'm pretty sure we all did growing up. So I'm gonna some stories about some of these things I did, including a time when my stupidity brought someone this close to dying. So when I was in school, every classroom had the exact same ceiling tiles, white squares with tiny holes in them. And the second you notice these holes as a kid, your brain doesn't ask what they're for. Your brain decides they're a target, a challenge. Because you can only focus for so long learning about the Revolutionary War before you get bored. So me and my friends created a game, and this is how it would work. We would make paper airplanes, but not the normal ones out of notebook paper because those were too big for what we were trying to do. Instead, we used Post-it notes. Tiny, fast, disposable. You could fold one in the time it took for a teacher to sneeze. But the goal with these paper airplanes wasn't to throw it across the room. The goal was to throw it towards the ceiling and have it wedge into those tiny little holes. So we would wait until the teacher looked away from us and then immediately throw it into the ceiling. We did this any opportunity we got. Teacher turns to write on the board, launch a Post-it note. Teacher bends down to pick up a marker, launch a Post-it note. And when it stuck, you felt like you won the Super Bowl. One time, our teacher turned their head to sneeze, and a student tried flicking it into the ceiling, but they totally misjudged it because it slingshotted straight into the teacher's head. The most fun part about this game was that whenever the teacher saw this Post-it note in the ceiling, she would get furious knowing we were doing this behind her back. And she would always demand for whoever was doing this to admit to it. But since basically the whole class was involved, no one ever snitched. And this game didn't just stay inside one classroom. No, eventually the whole school was doing it. No matter what class you walked into, you could probably find one of these things sticking in the ceiling. All the teachers at the school were starting to get really frustrated with this. So what did they do to fight back? They basically put a bounty out there. Whoever got caught for throwing the Post-it notes at the ceiling would get suspended. Because up to this, no one had ever been caught for it. The whole school was moving like James Bond. But unfortunately, all good things have to come to an end. And one day, somebody got caught. His name was Noah. And when this happened, the rumor was spreading around school like Paul Revere telling everyone the British are coming. So all the students are getting super nervous. Because at this point, pretty much everyone was involved in doing this. So if Noah snitched on us, was the whole school just gonna get suspended? Well, we never found out the answer to that question because Noah didn't snitch. He didn't say it was a group thing. He didn't say there was others involved. He just took the blame for every single Post-it note around school like he was a Navy SEAL protecting secrets for the government. So he got suspended, and that was it. No one else got punished. I'm pretty sure the school knew there were more students involved than just him because the Post-it notes were literally all over school, but finding everyone who did it would just be too much work. To this day, people from our school still talk about what Noah did to protect all of us. We even started a petition to build a statue for him outside of school. It only got 6 signatures, but hey, I thought that counts. During the same time period, we had another hobby, destroying erasers, but specifically poking holes in them. You'd be sitting there once again bored out of your mind, so we would take the tip of our pencil and start stabbing the eraser over and over until it looked like one of those
It's the all-new Bitsy Doghouse, the digital pup that reacts to your touch and movement. Connect 2 together for a puppy playdate. There are 15 adorable puppies to collect. Bitsy Doghouse, the digital friend you can really play with. Available now.
Known for building special bonds. No one wants to be known for cancer, but a treatment can be. Keytruda is known to treat cancer. FDA approved for 18 types of cancer, including certain early stage and advanced cancers. One of those cancers is a kind of uterine cancer called advanced endometrial carcinoma. Keytruda may be used with certain chemotherapies.
Board games. No goal. You just keep going until the eraser became useless. Teachers must have watched us do this every day and just thought, I really hope this doesn't lead to them being a serial killer in the future. But to be honest, they've probably seen way worse. Like, they've seen kids eat glue. And when I say kids, I mean me. Don't ask why I did it, because I'll never tell you. Okay, fine. The glue was cold and white like milk, so I thought it would taste like milk too. It didn't. From this point on in my childhood, I only got stupider because another thing I loved to do as a kid was climbing up the stairs on all 4s. I'm pretty sure literally every single one of you watching this video has tried this at least once. And if you haven't, I'm sorry because it feels awesome. Now you may be thinking, Tyler, what's wrong with doing this as a child? That's not dumb. And you're right. I totally agree with you. But you see, the problem is I didn't stop doing this when I grew up. I actually only stopped doing this recently because of what a dog did to me. So here's what happened. I'm in my college apartment building. The elevator is broken, which it literally always was. And even when it was in service, I wouldn't want to use it because I don't know how to make conversations with people in elevators. And I saw a homeless guy sleeping in there one time. So I'm taking the stairs this day like usual. But I lived on the 8th floor of this building. So walking that many flights of stairs was exhausting. So what I would do is look up and down the staircase, and whenever the coast was clear, I would run up it on all fours just like back in the day. And I did this for a couple months without anyone ever seeing me until this one specific time where I'm crawling up the stairs and I'm at the spot where you're about to turn. But right as I start to turn, for a split second, I see a dog on a leash being walked by a girl. And the problem is, me and the dog were at the same eye level because I was crawling. So to the dog, I didn't look like a human using the stairs. No, I looked like another animal trying to attack it. So the dog aggressively lunges toward me before this poor girl had any time to react. She didn't even really turn the corner yet, so she had no idea what her dog was even looking at. But since the girl was holding the dog on a leash, when it lunged, she basically got catapulted forward like 5 feet and fell down about 3 stairs. She landed straight on her side. The dog's barking at me, and I freeze on all fours like a possum playing dead, not knowing whether I should stand back up like a normal human or just try to convince the girl that I'm part wolf or something. After about 15 seconds of this poor girl shaking off the fall she just took, she looks at me, understandably furious, and asks why I'm crawling up the stairs like that. And in that moment, I realize there is no explanation that will make me sound sane. There's no sentence that begins with, oh, well, that ends with her being okay with it. So I did the only thing I could think of in this moment. I pretended I didn't speak English. I stared at her like she was speaking in code, and then I went, no hablo inglés. When she realized I couldn't understand her, she just shook her head and kept walking down the stairs with her dog. And I assumed that was the end of it. Embarrassing moment, dog got excited, the girl fell, might have broke her rib. I pretended to be from a different country. We all move on. Except that wasn't the end of it. Because next semester, I walk into my first day of a new class, which meant I had no idea who would be in it yet. And I got to this class pretty late, which meant there was only 2 open seats left. One in the very front row, no thank you, or one about 4 rows back right next to this blonde girl. I didn't pay much attention to her at first until the teacher said to discuss with the person next to you what you're looking forward to learning in this class. So I turn to my right, and that's when I realize it's the same girl from the dog incident. The moment we made eye contact, it took us about a second before both realizing, wait, this is the person from the staircase. And now, I have a problem, because remember, I already committed to being a non-English speaker in front of her. I can't suddenly be fluent now without exposing that I lied because I was embarrassed. So she gave me a slightly dirty look and then said, I guess I'll go first. And after she finished saying what she's looking forward to learning in this class, she went, okay. Your turn. And I'm grasping at straws here, trying to figure out what to do, when my mouth just blurted something out before my brain could even think. I went, yo looking forward to business. It took her about 4 seconds to realize I did not actually speak Spanish. And right when she figured that out, she went, I knew it. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how I met my girlfriend. No, I'm just kidding. We didn't date, unfortunately. I'm pretty sure she hated me, actually. But we did end up being pretty nice to each other after I told her how sorry I was. So, I mean, maybe, if she's watching this video, Vanessa, you want to give me a chance? No? Yeah, that was a stupid question. My bad. Anyways, so if you ever see me crawling up the stairs like an animal, mind your business. Speaking of things I'm scared of, let's talk about being scared of the dark, because I got in big trouble for this as a kid. How do you get in trouble for being scared of the dark? Well, you see, saying I was scared of the dark is an understatement. I was terrified. Like, I was so confident that whenever I turned the lights off in a room, there was a 100% chance that a monster was gonna come touch me. I mean, when I put it like that, it doesn't actually sound too bad. I don't know what to say now. Anyways, because I was so horrified of the dark, going to the bathroom in the middle of the night was very hard for me. Because I didn't want to turn all the lights on and blind myself at 2 a.m., but I also didn't trust whatever was hiding in the shadows of my house. So to fight off any potential monsters, I would always bring my metal water bottle with me to the bathroom as a weapon. Just in case. It just made me feel a little more protected. Surely I never actually had to use the water bottle as a weapon though. Right? Well, one night, I wake up at 3 a.m. and I have to pee. So I get up, grab the water bottle, and go to the bathroom like I'm on a stealth mission. I do my business, peeing on the side of the toilet and not in the middle, because I want to be as quiet as possible. I don't want the monsters hearing my stream.